big idea is helping startups all over the world make better products and have a great time doing it. I guess we're a little bit like floor wax and a dessert topping, so we're both a venture capital fund and an incubator. So we make investments in companies all over the place, mostly Bay Area, but sometimes around the country and around the world. But then we also run this incubation acceleration program here in this physical space. This is maybe about 10,000 square feet. There's probably at any given time 50 to 100 people here, probably 25 or 30 companies. A lot of the reasons why we created 500 Startups were based on changes in the venture capital industry over the last 10 years, particularly in building software and consumer internet services. The cost structure has really come down pretty dramatically. So in the last 10 years, you're not paying for servers or software or bandwidth, at least not very much. Mostly you're just paying for people to help build products. In the last 5 years, you've had this explosion of different search and social and mobile platforms to reach customers much easier than ever before. So now what used to take $5 million to get off the ground, or even $500,000 to get off the ground, you can do for $50,000 or less. And so where we used to maybe only do one experiment over a course of a year, or maybe 10, now we can do 100. So there's still a lot of failure and still a lot of things that don't work, but we can fail faster on a much smaller budget. We can double down and invest more in the things that are actually working. And it's really a more scalable way of doing innovation and discovery on a very quick basis. I probably have the best job in the Valley. Really, I get to see hundreds of companies every year that are trying to change the world and create amazing products, and every once in a while one of them succeeds. Every once in a while we get to write them a check and get to be the proud parent of this magic new website or product or service, and that's pretty awesome. I don't know, it's hard to not wake up and be excited about what we're doing. I think the magic of seeing products come to life in a matter of weeks or months, in some cases days. We get to, see people create businesses that touch, hundreds of thousands, in some cases millions of people. Really, it's pretty much the closest thing I can think of that's, I guess, not quite make-believe, but pretty close to it. Oh, I have about a failure every day. Yeah, I think that's part of what we're here. We kind of talk about, the alternate name we were going to come up with for 500 Startups was Fail Factory, because we're basically here trying to manufacture fail on a regular basis, and we really kind of think that's how you learn. So getting used to that, bouncing back from that, being able to figure out what people hate and turn that into what people love. Pretty much if you're not willing to take the risk of failing and not experiencing failure, you're never going to figure out what the right path is to success. We have a game we like to play called halfbaked.com. It's kind of an improv game for entrepreneurs. You can play it a lot of different ways, but the simplest way is kind of in a circle, and one person says a word, the next person says a word, and the third person has to pitch the blank.com kind of on the spot. So, someone might say handshake, and another person might say umbrella, and you have to go handshakeumbrella.com. It's a new service for private communication and introductions while you're in the rain with another person. It's an umbrella, and you meet people randomly, and then you shake under the umbrella, and you meet new friends, and then you hand the umbrella to another person. And so kind of mostly dumb and stupid, crazy ideas, but it's kind of a great way to get used to pitching an idea, and I don't know, it's kind of fun. I guess maybe my biggest worry is that I die young and I don't get to do this for the next 50 to 100 years of my life. I'm really having fun. I want to do it as long as I can. So I hope I get to be really old.